welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Tracy. And as you can see, your girl is back with another video. Back with another video. Listen, singing was never a gift. So let me not obliterate your ears. I am sorry. Anyway, guys, please allow me to remind you what to do. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget, turn the post notification buttons on. You hear it first. So, you all know my MO. And I'm back with another relationship topic. But this one, guys, may throw some of us for the loop. But don't worry, your girl has all the juice for you. Don't be surprised. Don't be appalled, because you never know who is in one of these relationships. So let me get right to it. Tell you exactly what kind of relationship I'm talking about. The good whole open relationship. Yes, we have those. Okay, on a serious note, guys, what I'd like to talk about is open relationships and its benefits. And yes, it has a benefit. It does have benefits. And yes, it is normal to quite a lot of people. And I'm going to say this. A lot of us are oftentimes out berating people, or publicly berating people, or in certain spaces berating people and talking badly about people and their relationships or relationship choices. But I will say this. Open relationships are more common than we know. Open relationships are in most of us family, our friends, our parents. And the reason why we don't know, oftentimes these relationships are between the people who are actually in the relationship. That means it is not told to you because it's none of your business. And that does not mean you are supposed to be berating people because of their relationship choices and because of how they choose to live their lives. Because you never know. You may be berating your sister, your brother, your mama, and your papa, because you have no idea what their relationship status or the inner workings of the relationship entails. And it is simple means that it's none of your business. Therefore, it is not told to you. So let me get into the meat of the matter and the nitty-gritty. Did I say that word? I haven't heard that word in a long time. But yes, nitty-gritty. So let me read what is an open relationship. open relationship, a marriage, or a relationship in which both partners agree that each other may have sexual relationship with someone else or with other people. That is what open relationship is. And I don't want anybody now to think, oh my goodness, what are they doing? Oh my goodness, this is gross. Oh my goodness. No, it's not. Not because you're not doing it. That doesn't mean what somebody else is doing is gross. I believe as long as there, whomever is involved in these kinds of relationships, as long as you are being responsible and being an responsible adult, I mean, and I don't think that promiscuity should be looped into the same thing as an open relationship. It is two different things. So I would say this, that open relationships are for responsible adults and people who take their health seriously. That means if you are going to be a part of an open relationship, whomever you are going to get into the sack with, you should go down to the clinic, go down to the doctor's office, get your blood work popping, and then you can get to popping. But before you do any of the above, if you don't go down to the clinic, if you don't go down to the doctor's office and get your blood work popping, you are in for a rude awakening. So I did say to you, and I did give the meaning of what an open relationship is. I did provide that information. I hate that I'm rummaging around, but I'm trying to find a document that I have. And okay. But let me get back to the meat of the matter. And what are the benefits? I'm going to go into what is the benefits of an open relationship. Let me not get to the benefits yet. Let me go back to this, the reasons as to why some people may opt to get in an open relationship. And it says generally people enter into open relationship because they think it's going to bring them more pleasure, joy, love, satisfaction, orgasm, excitement, or a combination of those things. You and your partner both have a lot of love to give and believe you can love more than one person at once. And yes, guys, I believe you can love more than one person at once. It is possible. It's not impossible. Why is it not impossible? Because you may not be loving some more than one people at once. Or I may not be doing that. But that doesn't mean the people who are actually able to do that, it's not possible for them. So yes, it is possible. Why it's possible? Because there are actually people who are living their lives that way. And it's working effectively for them. So, yes. So now I'm going to get into the benefits of an open relationship. Open relationship also allows people who are non monogamous to express their needs and identity without fear. That means, when it means by, if you're a non-monogamous person, that means you are not someone who is into having one partner. And that also coincides with you not having to deal with the fact of you're called a cheater, or you're cheating then. Because once it is established that we are in a open relationship, our choices of the people we date, the people we get in the sack with, if it is known to all the parties that are involved, you're not cheating. You're living your best life. And you're doing it freely without judgment. So that is the one of the major benefits of people who are in open relationships. And I personally believe that if you're in an open relationship, I think it is better to be in a situation where you are knowledgeable of what is happening, as opposed to you have no clue. Because I personally believe it is more detrimental to you when you are in the dark with things. And it is more hurtful when you're in the dark with things. So I believe it is I think that's one of the benefactors of open relationship. And please, guys, please let me know in the comment sections below your opinion, how you feel about open relationships. I would like this to be a dialogue, a continuous dialogue, because I know a lot of people has their opinion and how they feel about open relationships. But I would like for you to share the video. Make sure you subscribe if you're watching this video right now. Make sure you like, comment, and share. And I know you have a lot of opinion, a lot of opinion, a lot of saying, girl, are you crazy? A lot of saying, what are you saying? Why do you believe so? Why are you so open-minded? Why are you thinking that? So say that in the comment section below so the dialogue can continue, right? So let me go on. And this is going to be a shock to you. And it says, are open relationship common? Yes, they are very common. Let's get into the percentile. So it says, evidence, there's actually evidence that support this, that 4% of adults, 4% of adults, and that made me seems 4% is a small amount. No, it's not. That may not sound like a lot, but that means that 1 in 25 couple, 1 in 25 couple, if you know 2 dozen couple, chances are one of them participates in consensual non-monogamy relationship, which is open relationship. So if you have 25 friends who you know and they're all in a relationship, chances are one of them are in a open relationship. For those of us who have a lot of friends, or who are a part of these big groups of whatever club you're a part of, or whatever organization that you're a part of, or whatever meetup groups you're a part of, and you're in a relationship meetup group, maybe, or an organization, or you know, and this is for a relationship. Trust and believe me, one of them are in an open relationship. And I think at the top of the video, I did say be careful how we speak when we are in public, or if we have our opinion, we have to be careful how we say what we have to say. Because then we may be offending our friends. We may be offending our mothers and fathers, our sisters and brothers. Not because something is not for you, doesn't mean it's not for the next person, right? And it's not for me either. But it doesn't mean it's not for the next person. I think I'm very possessive, so I don't think I could handle an open relationship. Oh, no. I am too possessive for that. I am very possessive. And I am a straight shooter. You know, I'm to the point. I'm very blunt. So to have a third person in my situation, mm-mm, I honestly don't think how. I don't know how that will. It would not be possible for me because I'm very possessive. It may not seem that way to a lot of people, but I'm possessive. I'm very possessive. You know, if I have my husband, my husband is my husband, not ours. You know, so yeah, I'm very possessive. And back then too, when I used to have any situation I was a part of, like anybody knows me, like I'm possessive. I don't like to share you. I ain't doing that. Okay, let me get back. I think I got off track a little bit. So now we're gonna talk about the health. How is it healthy for an open relationship? And the question says, are open relationships healthy? And that it is. The features of an open relationship that people find healthy and satisfying are broadening and diversifying. And then, in essence, study found that partners in open relationships are as happy, satisfied, and experience well being equally of those in monogamous relationship. So you see, they are just as happy as people who are in monogamous relationship. And to think about it, um, I personally believe in an open relationship, I think it's less stressful than a monogamous relationship. I would think so because you have you have another person to express yourself with, to have certain conversation with. So even in the event you are at home with your original partner and you're feeling a certain way, but then you know that they may not agree with you, because I can tell you, if you're in a relationship as long as I do, you basically can know exactly how your partner is going to feel about a certain conversation or a certain thing. And I'm not saying that you wouldn't have the conversation with the partner, but you kind of halfway know, like, yeah, this is how he's gonna refer to it or she's gonna say, you know. But then when you have somebody else in the cut who you can express yourself to and say exactly what you want to say and how you feel and what you want to talk about, and you know this person is gonna be like more welcoming to the idea and more accepting of it, like, yeah, because No one person think alike. So I think to have a situation where you can bounce different ideas around with different people, um, I think that's a cool idea. I think so. I'm not sure. Y'all tell me if I'm on the right path, or if I'm thinking the right thing. It's more like you're in a boardroom, and the pressure is not going to be on one person to come up with, you know, to fulfill the goal. It's more like, yeah, you have a group of people, you have a support system. That's how I look at a open relationship. If I ever have to do an open relationship, or ever it ever presents itself in my life, because I'm a girl who believes in never say never. You don't want to have that mentality of, I'm not gonna do that. I will never do that. Don't tell yourself you will never. If you live a life of a open mind with uh with expectations that is okay. If you Let me rephrase this. If you live a life of an open mind and not having expectations of anyone, you will not be disappointed, because disappointment often comes when you expect too much of somebody else. When you live a life of anticipation as opposed of expecting somebody to do something or to be a certain way, you are in for a better shot of happiness. Don't expect anybody to do anything. Don't expect somebody to be a certain way, because it is not possible. Your expectation will be your disappointment. And you don't want it to be that. You want to anticipate things. I think it's the better way to go. And don't think I've not gone through that stage in my life where I've expected so much of somebody, and it left me heartbroken, and left me disappointed, and left me hurt, it left me thinking, oh my goodness, how did I expect that from them? But then they did that. You know. So I have grown, and I've decided to leave my expectations at the door and live my life with more of an anticipation, or and be more anticipating, and um, be more open minded. So whenever I ever get in a situation, I am able to handle it in a more positive way. Even if it's a heartbreaking situation, even if it's a bad situation, because I had no expectation, it helps me to enter it with a level playing field. Yeah. So I'm not going to be saying, oh, I would never do this. Guys, listen, I tell you, make sure you will be talking about this in the section. Make sure you are going to blow up the comment section with your opinions, because I know a lot of you have a lot of opinion about this. Please make it be known in the comment section. Don't forget to share the video. Don't forget to like it. This is a video I know, guys, that you need to share, because I know a lot of people will have a lot of things to say. So let me continue. The next question about open relationship. Do open relationship last? And you'll be surprised. Although many open relationship, whether over time, it's the same thing as if you are in a monogamous relationship. It's the same thing as if It's the same thing when you're in an open relationship. Does the same thing. It is basically putting the amount of work in your relationship. That is what entails how long, and that's how it tells you how long a relationship would last. So it doesn't measure whether you're monogamous or whether you are polyamorous or whether you're in an open relationship. It does not determine how long it lasts. It's the same measure across the board in open relationship. Surprise, huh? All right. And it says there are actually rules in open relationships. Yes. Who would have thought? There are rules in open relationship. And I'm just gonna run along and go through the rules because I don't want my video to be too long. But this is actually 6 rules for doing the whole open relationship thing. Set sex boundaries. That's the first one. And that may be what kind of intercourse you'll be having with whomever you're having. Boundaries. What are you going to do? Who you're going to have in the intercourse with? You know, I've had an associate at one time who they were in an open relationship, and the man was allowed to have intercourse with certain kind of women, while the woman was only allowed to have intercourse with female, and it worked just fine for them. Worked just fine. And that is not for and that is just for that particular couple that I know. You know, there are open relationship that man and woman has a man, and the man has a wife, as a woman who they sleep with. But in just this, I was just referring to this situation that I know of. You know, yeah, that's how that was their boundary. So that's why I refer to that situation. But the man can sleep with whomever he wants to sleep to. The woman who can sleep with whomever they want to sleep with, whether the same sex, the opposite sex. It is depends, as long as there's boundaries and what kind of intercourse you're gonna be having. Um, Example, maybe your original partner at home will say no intercourse in the rear, or vice versa, or no intercourse using the mouth, what we'll call oral or whatever. But yeah, as long as there's boundaries. So that's what such boundaries mean. Um, Number 2, set emotional boundaries. That means don't go falling in love with somebody. You know, establish who you can hook up with. Well, you don't want your partner to go hooking up with any old somebody on the corner, you know. So that's what it means. Figure out how much time you will spend with each other or each partner. That means you cannot be out gallivanting 24 sevens with the extramarital piece or the side piece, and not spending enough time at home with your original partner. When that start happening, that means somebody fly the coop. The next one, decide on how you will talk about your relationship with each other and others. So this is very important, guys. Like you hear me mention earlier, that certain relationship you don't know your friends are a part of because they have rules as to who should know what or who or what should be discussed among each other. So this is why oftentimes open relationships are led in our group, in our circle, or our group of friends, and we have no idea that is going on because it is not being talked about openly. So you will not know. The next one, discuss how often you check in with each other. That means you would basically come together to have the concrete conversation, how your relationship is going, how you feel about each other, you know, where you see each other going, what you want to achieve the next 5 years, the next 3 years in this relationship, the in and out of the relationship. This is all because remember, open relationship, you are not broken up now. Open relationship does mean you are just enjoying your life and you're exploring your life elsewhere with some other people, but that does not mean your relationship at home does not take precedent over what you have outside. So you basically have a garden at home, you have to keep it watered. That's basically what it means. Discuss how often you will have to check in. Okay, so I think I have blabbed enough. So, guys, like I always remind you what to do. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget, turn the post notification buttons on. You hear it first.